All right, ladies and gentlemen of the imagination, I am DC Bentley, and we have a jam-packed show for you here this evening. First and foremost, we are going to continue that gorgeous Gregory Open Invitational for the Imagine Live champion as a new challenger has arisen. We are going to hear from the birthday boy himself, your heavyweight champion, Braden Elliott, the #1 contender for that heavyweight championship, the Sideshow Psycho Malachi Gage, and the Classic Rockers. Your tag team champions will also be in the house. We're going to hear from Magnus Knox, the lowlife James Ross, and the Enigma Lucio deir, and your main event for the evening, we're going to have the good neighbor John Ross going one-on-one with the acquired taste Mason Lawrence. The winner of that match will be the new #1 contender for Jake Wiley's Central Pennsylvania Championship title, and that match will take place on January the 18th. Speaking of Jake Wiley, I, DC Bentley, have promised you, the imagination, answers as to why he did what he did to his tag team partner. We're going to get those answers here tonight. This is Imagine Live from the Dojo, and it starts now! And we're live, all the way live. I'm DC Bentley, this is Jimmy the High Flying Hippie, and this is Imagine Wrestling Live from the Dojo, Chapter 229. Be sure to subscribe to this channel, turn your alerts on, give us a thumbs up, like the video, share the video, help us up that algorithm, right, Jimmy?
That's right. I hate to be the beatnik of bad news, but Lucio deir is back in the house, so business is about to take a slight downturn, in my opinion. What about you, DC Bentley?
I was going to say, we're going to try to do our best despite that fact. Hey, the next time you can catch Imagine Wrestling in the live form, we will be back at the Juniata Civics Association Pavilion on January the 18th. Tickets are going fast. We are down to merely 5 VIP tickets, and that is going to be a huge show. Huge in many respects, but one huge addition to that show, former WWE, ECW, and TNA superstar Rhino will be in the house.
That's right. Imagine Wrestling gets extreme as the man beast gores his way into the Juniata Civics Association building. Get your tickets on the website. Only 5 VIP left.
Get them quick. They're going like hotcakes. I have no idea what that expression means, but they are going like hotcakes. And I got to tell you this, where would we be without our sponsors? That show and many others in the past have been brought to you by those fine folks at Renewal by Anderson. If you are in need of high-quality windows and or patio door home investment options that are well within your budget, call Renewal by Anderson up at 814-330-9870 or step down at 487 Municipal Drive in Duncansville, Pennsylvania at our showroom. Ask about our national monthly promotions. We got a huge volume discount going on. And as for Jordan Treese, he's an okay guy.
That's right. We thank our sponsors as always. Put a old man winner in a headlock with Renewal by Anderson. Thanks, DC.
Hey, you got it. Now listen, we are going to continue that gorgeous Gregory Open Invitational for the Imagine Live title. Let's take it to the ring now.
Thank you, DC. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first a relative newcomer to Imagine Wrestling, Marcus D'Angelo. Marcus, as a newcomer to Imagination, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I mean, you should already know who I am. Everybody out there watching should already know who I am. Professional wrestling podcaster. I host podcasts with Jake the Snake Roberts, Ted DiBiase, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Lance Archer, and I'm just starting, baby. I'm the best in the business, and I'm looking to become the best in the business here in wrestling.
This is the place to do it. I do have a question. What's up with that glove? Is that a style thing, or?
This glove, because you asked, is a medical necessity. This glove was given to me by Ted DiBiase himself after I broke my hand because Ted is a good friend and he was concerned about my health. And that's all I want to hear about the glove. You understand me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Okay. And next, let's introduce our champion, Gorgeous Gregory. Champ, thank you so much for coming out here.
Relax. Why are you so
Well,
nervous?
I'm in the presence of true greatness.
Well, I appreciate
And
it.
I just
Thank you
want to
very
tell you,
much.
Gorgeous, you come out here every week. Every week come out here and take on the newest talent. We don't know much about them. Tell us, why do you keep doing that, man? What's the goal? What's your drive?
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you one thing. Unlike everybody else who has came here on Wednesday night to do this open challenge, I didn't know anything about those guys. I didn't know the first thing.
You know me.
Yes, I do, sweetheart. I do know you.
Get to know me real well.
And one thing that Marcus D'Angelo thinks is that I was born at night. But sweetheart, it wasn't last night. You see, we have a lot in common. We both have lethal right hands, me being a trained boxer and you being a trained cheater, right? Yeah, cheater, yeah. But I wanted to switch gears, everybody. I want to talk about the acquired taste, Mason Lawrence, and his recent attacks on your Imagine Live champion. You see, last week I told you, Mason, that I am not to be messed with. You want to mess with somebody? It's not the champion. It's not Gorgeous Gregory. It is not the main character. And now you have me fired up and motivated, sweetheart. So I got a little something to say to all the champions around here at Imagine Wrestling. If you are a champion, you should be on the highest of alerts because I am the most dangerous and the best that I have ever been in my entire career. And I'm coming for everything that I've ever wanted.
You better just focus on me, sweetheart.
I am focused on you.
Strong words from the champ and the challenger. Let's get ready to wrestle.
All right, that was
Let's get ready to wrestle.
Lloyd Lau.
Back with us? Referee John Williams in a hurry for the first time in his life.
Absolutely. You know, I got to say, these ladies and gentlemen of the Imagination that are joining us in this chat, I love your comments. Keep them coming. We appreciate that.
We have both men underway here. Gorgeous Gregory still in possession of that belt.
Oh, good. John Williams gonna check him out now. That is Marcus D'Angelo, a podcast extraordinaire from Ridgeway, Pennsylvania, of all places. Gorgeous Gregory, of course, hailing from New York, New York. Your resident warrior of the Squared Circle. He's a fighting champion, Jimmy.
He is taking on newcomers, showcasing new talent as well. Marcus D'Angelo has as much opportunity as any of these guys. We've seen him once at Imagine Wrestling. We'll see if he's got the goods here in the very dojo that Gorgeous Gregory was trained inside of.
That's a lot of really excellent Central Pennsylvania talent have come from this dojo. But I gotta say, this Gorgeous Gregory Invitational has become kind of a showcase for new and up-and-coming talent. We've seen quite a few new faces here at Imagine Wrestling in this Invitational.
Absolutely. A lot of them like this man hailing from Iron City Wrestling Academy. So we'll see what Marcus D'Angelo is all about. A little history on that glove, DC Bentley. That's the exact glove Ted DiBiase wore in Mid-South when he broke his hand.
Is that right?
In a feud with Jim Duggan. That is absolutely correct. The exact same glove.
This guy's he got a kind of a flair for wrestling history, doesn't he, this Marcus D'Angelo? In a podcast with Jake the Snake Roberts, nonetheless. You gotta believe that he's picked up a few pointers from an absolute legend like Jake the Snake.
I'm somewhat of a historian myself, DC Bentley.
That's right.
But he better worry about what's in the present here. Gorgeous Gregory's got him by 1 foot here.
That's okay, Jimmy. People often get me and Gorgeous Gregory confused.
Yeah.
What a headlock. Give him a cauliflower here. Just see him revving up that headlock, really cranking down on that neck.
That's one of the fundamentals he learned here at Imagine Dojo. If you're interested in becoming a professional wrestler, reach out to Imagine Wrestling today for a quick tryout. Huge shoulder tackle.
That's right. Gorgeous Gregory gonna pick up. Marcus D'Angelo going out the back. What a savvy move, swinging a miss. Oh, those educated fists scaring Marcus out of the ring.
Kind of a smart move there, DC, to get out of the way of that hand. The former Golden Glove boxer's Gorgeous Gregory. He's got hands.
He's pretty wily for a guy who's not long in the business, is Marcus D'Angelo.
That's like you said, sitting under the tutelage of Jake Roberts, Ted DiBiase, Lance Archer, Jim Duggan. This guy has legends in his contact list. I guarantee you he's picking their brains.
Wow. What a kind of an impressive list of folks to have on your in your contact list in your phone. Oh, bouncing that elbow right off the canvas. You know that hurts. Oh, and once again, this kid's moving quick. Oh, but Gregory moving quicker.
3 times, nothing.
Jimmy, you've been in the squared circle in the wrestling business for a very long time. You know what it is to get a stinger in the elbow.
Oh, absolutely. Everyone's hit their funny bone. You ram that point of that elbow into the mat, it'll go right through any padding, any give that a wrestling ring might have.
Look at the extension that Gregory gets on those leaping elbow drops, just driving the butt of his elbow right into the sternum of Marcus D'Angelo.
Marcus D'Angelo on his knees begging for some mercy here. We don't see that very often.
Did Ted DiBiase ever use the heart punch?
I don't believe he does. That was more Ox Baker.
There you go. Oh! I gotta wonder if that glove isn't gimmicked up with something firm in it so that he could smack. Oh, what it looks like it. Look at it rocking and reeling. Padded knuckles or something. Plaster in the mitts.
Hot shot on the ropes there, Eddie Gilbert style, and Marcus D'Angelo takes over on Gorgeous Gregory right in front of the camera here.
Marcus D'Angelo's got kind of a mean streak in him. It's viciousness to him.
Well, maybe that's what the other performers like Johnny Mahalo, who spent a lot of time jaw-jacking with us, maybe that's what these other performers were missing. Marcus D'Angelo really bringing it to Gorgeous Gregory here. And finally, on a 4th attempt, scores that elbow, DC Bentley.
Hey, that's the value of having somebody the experience of Jimmy the High Flying Hippies. He gives you those little inside pointers like Johnny Mahalo spending just a little too much time jaw-jacking, but it doesn't seem like Marcus D'Angelo is. I value that commentary.
Yeah, Marcus D'Angelo putting a lot of rubber on the road here, and that's what you got to do to if you're going to best a performer of the level of Gorgeous Gregory, you got to stay on him here. Not too much, though, as John Williams will toss this match out of here. He is all over him right now.
I wonder if Marcus D'Angelo's ever had Jake's daughter on that show. Remember her from that Beyond the Mat movie?
Oh, yeah, that was a long time ago. Remember when he had the chocolate on his belt? Oh, man.
Now it's Gorgeous Gregory is in a little bit of deep water as a result of a guy who's a relative newcomer to wrestling in general, but an absolute newcomer to the dojo.
Right here could be his first rookie mistake we've seen here, the DC Bentley. He's getting a little confident, nonchalant cover. Never a fan of that. And you never see someone do something chalantly. It's always nonchalant. Wonder why that is. Pulls Gorgeous Gregory up here. Oh, 2 right hands with that glove.
Patton Frodo saying he doesn't want to see anyone. He doesn't want to see me turn on. I'm going to turn on you, Patton Frodo. I love you, buddy. Now look at this, an attempted backslide, and it looks like he may execute. This could be hard to get out of. The bigger, stronger. Oh, and he slides out.
That's how Kerry Von Erich beat Ric Flair.
That's right.
Oh, look at this, up and over, beautifully done. Shades of Ricky Morton there.
The Yellow Rose of Texas that was the brother, right?
That was David Von Erich.
David.
Yeah, modern day warrior, Kerry Von Erich.
That Yellow Rose of Texas was it a tribute match that Flair used that or that Kerry Von Erich used that backslide? Was that the tribute to David?
Very well could have been. Very well could have been at a packed Texas stadium. Kerry Von Erich delivered, much like Marcus D'Angelo's delivered in this dojo here tonight.
And he has got Gorgeous Gregory busted wide open. That left brow is lacerated.
You know, that's one of only 3 times we've seen blood on Imagine Live from the dojo here. We put up a discretion advisory here. You might want to get the little ones out of the room. This one's getting violent.
Come on, Jack.
Referee John Williams in there checking that hold and checking the cut.
Oh,
We
yeah.
hate to see it end that way.
Yeah, but I tell you what, he's putting a lot of pressure on that head and neck of Gorgeous Gregory. As the pressure builds, the blood continues to spill out of that open cut. And we're going to give Simple Man's Kitchen a shout out for joining us in the chat this evening.
All right. Simple Man's Kitchen, Pat and Frodo, Rose Blossom Blast. The usual suspects in here as always. We thank you all for tuning in. Stacy Dawn Pierce among them. The imagination always coming out strong.
Crossface chicken wing now being applied by Marcus D'Angelo. Don't forget, we are going to hear from Jake Wiley here this evening. We also got the Sideshow Psycho Malachi Gage going to weigh in. The champion of Imagine Wrestling, the heavyweight champion, Braden Elliott on deck. And we got that match to determine the #1 contender for Jake Wiley, Central Pennsylvania champion, between the good neighbor John Ross and the acquired taste Mason Lauren. We got a packed show. Oh!
Clothesline right to the side of the face.
Turn him inside out, Jimmy.
Trying to bust him open as a receipt. You know, you said about our heavyweight champion, Braden Elliott, he's got as much denim as Gorgeous Gregory has anger right now. That clothesline was fierce.
Yes, he really laid it in there. Now both men are worse of the wear, splayed out in the camps. Gorgeous Gregory continuing to drip blood out of that laceration on the left side of his head.
He sees his own blood and he sees red. DC Bentley, both men up to a vertical base.
And you've got to admire the fact that week in and week out, Gorgeous Gregory has come in here and defended that Imagine Live champion for this Imagination. He has a real affection for these fans.
He really does. He is dripping it right now as the blood pours down his face. Gorgeous Gregory is fired up, and that's going to be our renewal by Anderson window of opportunity.
There we go.
Gorgeous Gregory could close this thing right now. Call DC Bentley, Jordan Treese at 330-9870.
That's right. And he's winding him up. Gregory going through. He's going to give him a neck breaker of his own. What a reversal. And now for the cover 2. And, oh, so close. That pinfall cover almost brought about the end of this matchup. But I tell you what, Marcus D'Angelo putting up one heck of a fight in there. He might end up with that Imagine Live Championship on his first outing here at the dojo.
Gorgeous Gregory pointing towards that buckle. We've seen him fly a few times here. Is he looking for that half cab crossbody?
Oh! He hits and rolls through! He's up for the sky high!
Oh, and he gets it. This could be it, DC.
2 and... Oh, how did Gorgeous Gregory manage to kick out the back of his head, bouncing right off that canvas? You got to believe he's concussed in there, Jimmy.
Sky high up in the lights. This is insanity, DC Bentley. Here on a Wednesday night, we thank you all for tuning in as always.
Absolutely.
Marcus D'Angelo pulling at that glove. What's going on here?
Don't forget to get those tickets for January the 18th. We will be coming back to the Juniata Civics Association Pavilion. And what is he doing with that glove, Jimmy?
I don't know. There's something going on here. I saw him mess with that glove. Something doesn't seem right here, DC Bentley. I think that glove...
Oh, swing and a miss! Oh, and went for the backhand! Marcus Gregory's just so quick and so agile! What athletic prowess he is displaying in there, and that is why he's your Imagine Live champion.
I think he might have loaded that glove up.
I think so. Oh! Ooh!
Oh, full body weight. He got all of it.
He sure did.
Knocked the wind right out of Marcus D'Angelo's head, bounced like a basketball.
Wow. Gorgeous Gregory. Oh, the drop dead Gorgeous Jimmy! And that spells the end, I think. 1 and 2 and 3.
Your winner, still Imagine Live champion, Gorgeous Gregory.
Uh-oh, wait. What? He's not due out here yet.
Gregory. Oh, Gregory. Hi, Greg. Now, I usually don't like to admit when I'm wrong. But for once, I do. I do admit that I was wrong. You were the wrong guy to try and start a fight with. See, I don't know if you've been seeing what me and my boys have been doing around here. But I think we could put that behind us, start anew. I think you'd be perfect for our new revolution that we are starting here in Imagine Wrestling. And I think you are the perfect fit Do you? You don't really think so, do you?
Oh, I absolutely think so. I think you'd be perfect.
Wait a minute. Hold on, everybody. Let me just make sure I'm understanding this right. You think that I would belong with Mason Lawrence, Magnus Knox, and Sweet Baby Trey?
Absolutely.
Oh my God, you see, this is, you know what? Oh, I'm a little tired, but man, this is a dream come true. I mean, this is a whole new start for my career.
Exactly.
I'm
Out with the old.
and in with the new, right?
the new.
And in with the new.
Out with the old. And in.
You know what? Absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely not both.
Oh! All right, ladies and gentlemen of the imagination, welcome back. I forgot to turn my microphone on. I am DC Bentley, and hey, we just saw one heck of a matchup for the Imagine Live Championship title. Also, it seems as if the acquired taste, Mason Lawrence, is a bit on a recruiting mission. It didn't work out quite the way that he wanted him to, and now I got to bring in a guy who's... relationships are not quite working out the way he wants them to either. I'd like to bring in the low-life James Ross. James, it seems as if your friendship with the Sideshow Psycho Malachi Gage seems to be fragmenting, maybe even fractured.
Yeah, well, someone told me to come in here and they wanted me to say something along the lines of, Malachi Gage, after last week, I'm gonna get even with you. And don't get me wrong, that's along the lines of what I'm gonna say. However, I don't like being told what to say. I don't like being told what to do because I'm a lowlife baby and I'm gonna do things my own way.
Wait. Hey. I just wanted to really thank you for coming over for the holidays.
Nice.
But you know what? It's time. It's time to put the sweater back on. It is time for the Ross Posse to ride again. Saddle up that Argyle horse, ride into the sunset, ride into the ring, ride wherever we want to ride, drink all the ginger ale, and get back together.
Look, Dad, I'm glad we're on good terms again. I'm glad we're fixing things. I'm glad we're able to talk. We just hugged. We wouldn't have been able to do that just a month ago. But at the same time, I don't think it's good for me to move backwards. I get that we had a great time together as Ross and Son, but I need to be a better version of myself. I need to be a new version of myself. You, the imagination, me, we all deserve a BJ. A better James. A better James Ross.
Yeah, I like the sound of that.
And that's what I'm going to be, but I'm going to be it my way, and I hope you understand that.
You know what? I'm a little bit let down. But there does come a time in every man's life when he has to walk his own path. And as a father, I couldn't be more proud.
All right, I like that.
All right. Back to what I was saying about Malachi Gage. Look, there are certain things that deserve a little bit of respect, a little bit of recognition. Last week, you bent the rolls more than I could, and that's impressive. I'm the biggest roll bender there is here. I'm a lowlife, baby. It's what I do. So I commend you for that. I applaud you for that, Malachi Gage. But at the same time, you aren't exactly making friends, and if you think that you're going to just waltz on in on January 18th and it's going to be an easy road to the World Heavyweight Championship, then you are sadly mistaken. First off, Braden Elliott is one angry cowboy stripper as of late, and he is dangerous. He is hot-headed, and he is dangerous, and he is angry. And on top of that, you're not exactly in the good graces of some very important people around here. So just watch your back.
James Ross, the man of the hour. There I am on screen. I'm very handsome. Yeah. You go on and on about how you want a BJ. Well, guess what? We're going to make you a BJ if you join our group, The Acquired Revolution. Because I know you're a talented man. I've faced you many times. I'm the one that took your title from you. Hey, I know just how good of a BJ you can be. But guess what? You can be the best James with our group. So what do you say?
The recruitment mission continues. What do you say, James Ross?
So it does. Look, it's a lot to take in. Come here. I think I'm good.
Oh, in the eyeball. Wowee. What unexpected attempt at acquiring the low-life James Ross did not turn out quite the way I think Magnus Knox wanted it to, and now he's got a corneal abrasion to deal with. But now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to bring in somebody who's a bit of a fan favorite, someone we haven't seen in some time. This is the Enigma Lucio deir. Enigma, how are you? It's great to see you again.
Great to see you too, DC. You know, I've been thinking the last couple weeks I've been gone. There's been a big holiday and a new year, 2025. And this year, it's going to be my year. I've got big goals, big resolutions. And this year, I plan on being a champion in Imagine Wrestling.
Lucio! Lucio! Give me 1 second. I don't know if you've been seeing what we've been up to, but I think if you want to be a champion on Saturday, I also want some champions in my revolution, in my group. So if you want a fighter, well, I got a killer. And that killer is the one and only Sweet Baby Trey.
No way, not a chance. I'm not having anything to do with you guys. Nothing.
I know you say that. I know you'd say that, but look at this. Here's a proposition for you. You get to call your own shots. You get to have it your way. Do whatever you like. Become that champion and help us out in the process. How about that?
You know, I've been looking for a partner. You know, I still have yet to find one. I was going to ask Gerard Garrett. He already has a match. I really don't want anything to do with any of you guys. But, you know, I call the shots.
You call the shots.
You would all do what I say. No cheating, no funny business.
You have my word. You have my word.
I am not and will never be a part of your stable. But because I want to be a champion, I'll take you up on that offer.
How about we shake on it? How about we shake on it? Come on, business partners, come on.
I knew it. I knew it, Lucio deir. I knew you were on his payroll, you greedy pig.
No, I am not and never will be on his payroll. I just want to be a champion. I know I'm outnumbered. And I don't want to fight for them. But Saturday, 10 days from now, Sweet Baby Trey is going to be my partner, and I'm going to do everything I can to be a champion.
He comes out here and he talks about New Year's resolutions. He talks about how I want to be the better guy, and oh man, I'm going to be, this is 25 years is going to be the year for me. And then he comes out here and then he teams with Sweet Baby Trey over a little bit of money. It's not my room to talk. It's not my decision. But where it is my room to talk, Lucio, listen, I don't care if you bring Freddy Krueger, Al Capone, or Mike Tyson. What we're going to do is we're going to rock on, we're going to bang your head, and we're going to retain what you want so bad. Tell him, Jimmy.
So it looks like January 18th, it's the Classic Rockers versus the Payroll E and the Parole E. I'm going to break that mohawk off and stick it to where his cellmate used to. Black and blue ain't just going to be your face paint. See you on the 18th.
All right, an explosive evening so far. What's with all the friggin' interruptions over there? I'm trying to follow a format. I got the Acquired Taste and his bands of goons banging into every single person I try to interview. But hey, let's not forget about our beautiful sponsors over there at Renewal by Anderson. If you have window needs, if you've got entryway door needs, if you got patio door needs, we want to keep you warm in the winter, cool in the summer. Give us a call at 330-9870. And also, don't forget, get your tickets for January the 18th now. WWE ECW TNA Superstar Rhino will be in the house. You're not going to want to miss seeing Imagine Wrestling live and in person when a man like that rolls through town.
Absolutely. The only place to see Imagine Wrestling is to see it live and on the home turf right back in Altoona, January 18th. Get on the website, imaginewrestling.com. Get your tickets to the best pro wrestling in Central PA.
Hey, and before we turn the show back over to Lloyd Loud to do this number one contenders match for the Central Pennsylvania Championship, I got to remind you, we are still going to hear from your heavyweight champion, all that Braden Elliott here this evening, and the Sideshow Psycho, Malachi Gage. And I am going to get those answers from Jake Wiley that you so deserve, so stay tuned. Take it away, Lloyd Loud.
Thanks, DC. Thanks, Jimmy. That's right. The next contest is scheduled for one fall. Coming to the ring now from Providence, Rhode Island, he is the Acquired Taste, Mason Lawrence. Mason, I've been noticing that as you've been traveling throughout the Imagine talent scheme, that you've been recruiting a lot of different people to join the Acquired Revolution. What is the main goal at the end of the day?
Isn't it simple? Take over Imagine Wrestling. I mean, I don't know if you've been seeing what we've been doing out there. The people that we've been taking out. I mean, this is only the start. I know we've had some minor setbacks here, but honestly, you can't stop this revolution. It is only a matter of time before everyone, not only in this Imagine roster, but everyone around the world comes around to the Acquired Taste. How about that? How about that?
How about that? And a great way to continue that run would be to win tonight for a chance to be the number one contender for the Central PA Live title. Introducing next, someone that wants to stop that reign. He's our good, friendly neighbor, John Ross. John, you're always so positive coming into the ring, always ready to take on all challengers.
I gotta stop you for a second. Is that tweed? I like it.
It is sweet, man. You like it? No, that's okay.
I didn't mean to interrupt, but that is nice.
You're just continuing on your positivity.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see that things have worked out between you and your son. What's next for you now? What is it? Is it to win this match and reunite with your son? Is it to continue maybe going for tag team?
Well, you know, of course, I would have liked to have one more ride with the Ross Posse with myself and James, but there does come a time when as a parent you have to realize that you were so focused on the good times of the past that you weren't open-minded to the great times of the future. James is going to go on to do great things, and now it's time for me to see what that means for me. I'm going to be a great, good, amazing parent, support him in everything he does from a distance. In the meantime, I'm going to work on myself, be a better neighbor, and the first step to that is winning this match. The second step is expanding my neighborhood to all of Central Pennsylvania as your next Central Pennsylvania champion. Lloyd, right?
Lloyd, John.
I dig it.
Thanks, John. Let's get to the in-ring action. Take it away.
We're back as John Williams here checks both combatants. I missed my little spot earlier, DC Bentley. Make sure y'all check out Flying Hippie Tie-Dye on Facebook. I thank Imagine Wrestling for this time. Hit me up, January 18th. Kids clothes, flowers are back, inflatable guitars. Hit me up, January 18th. Check out the merchandise stand.
I cannot undersell the quality of the Flying Hippie Tie-Dye. It is some phenomenal work by a phenomenal artist. Those clothes are top-notch. If you haven't gotten yourself a Flying Hippie Tie-Dye shirt or some of the other apparel they have to offer, you are missing out. Give them a call, or wait, get on the website now.
Yeah, Flying Hippie Tie-Dye on Facebook.
I don't know if you've been seeing what we've been doing around here.
I haven't heard of that.
I just think that you would be such a perfect...
Uh-oh.
Neighbor Johnny almost resorting to fisticuffs early here.
That's right, and you don't forget Mason Lawrence still nursing that injured jaw from Gorgeous Gregory's right hook. Oh, and a shoulder tackle takes the Acquired Taste out. Acquired Taste trying to acquire some talent here tonight.
Yeah, it looks like Neighbor Johnny acquired quite the singlet there. Look at that thing.
Yeah, it's fancy schmancy.
Is that a ketchup bottle? Mason Lawrence out on the floor clutching that left bicep.
Camel toe soup. Oh, and look at this little...
Yeah, and up in Canada, they call that a moose knuckle.
That's right. He's doing a little dancing and prancing in there. I like to see a gleeful good neighbor James Ross. I tell you, Mason Lawrence is having some success. Of course, it looks like Lucio deir may have allied himself, and I think you took exception to that, Jimmy.
Yeah, absolutely. Mason Lawrence having success. His dad's buying his success. He hires thugs, people like Magnus Knox and Sweet Baby Trey, who is mysteriously absent tonight. Magnus Knox here at ringside. We'll see what factor he plays here.
The Acquired Taste calling his little... calling his group a revolution, Jimmy. And now, what do you call that, a Roman Greco knuckle lock? What is that?
Yeah, that's forearm dragon twist there. And
he's just punishing Mason Lawrence.
That elbow torqued in a very odd direction.
Oh, come on now. What a cheap shot by the Acquired Taste. Right in the solar plexus, right in the argyle of the good neighbor John Ross. Up and over.
Mason Lawrence tries to take a situational advantage, as he always does.
Yeah. Oh, and you got Magnus Knox out here. You got to be aware that he might interject himself in this matchup. And the waist lock now by the good neighbor James Ross, or John Ross, sorry, being applied. Get the Rosses mixed up.
He drug Mason Lawrence away, kicking and screaming there.
Oh, that better James talk. Oh, Russian leg sweep by the American hero.
Fluid reversal there from John Ross.
Yeah.
Very nice wrestling.
You know, his style is a little avant-garde. His posturing may be a little awkward, but he is very, very effective as the good neighbor John Ross. And now the Acquired Taste consulting with the real deal Magnus Knox here on the outside.
Real deal Magnus Knox. He's a blue chip athlete right in the face of a blue chip neighbor.
Oh, taking his spine right against the ring apron, the hardest part of the ring.
That's that situational opportunity that I mentioned earlier coming back into play.
And we know that those are some jagged boarding that sticks out from that side of the ring. Oh, and what do you call that, Jimmy? That's a new move from the Acquired Taste. That one isn't.
Underhook DDT backbreaker there. Now he's going to work on the back of the neck of John Ross. What a parasite. What a parasite this Mason Lawrence is.
No, he's shameless in touting about how his father has bought his way into this business. John Ross, a father himself.
Yeah, that thing with him and Sweet Baby Trey reminds me of Richard Pryor in the movie Toy. Like his dad bought himself a person. Very, very strange relationship there.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Richard Pryor and Sweet Baby Trey have a few things in common.
Yeah, probably more than a couple. Mason Lawrence continues to go to work on that back and neck area.
That's right. Uh-oh. Oh!
Very vicious back-to-back breaker.
Yeah. Pulled John Ross right across his lovely lady hump. I tell you what, John Williams getting a heck of a workout. He's having a hard time keeping these guys in the ring. Now they're in the ring. They're not listening to his direction.
Oh, John Ross trying to roll up there, almost getting it. Oh, he'll score it right here. All in the ropes, though. Very good officiating there by referee John Williams.
Boy, I tell you what, John Williams, he's He's our veteran referee in here. And, of course, we got to give a special little shout-out to our ring announcer, Lloyd Loud, who was our referee last week. This guy's a jack of all trades. But now John Ross getting splayed out. The knee of the acquired taste. Mason Lawrence firmly in the middle of his spine.
Lloyd Loud becoming an immediate friend of John Ross there by wearing that very, very dapper jacket.
Yeah, that's right. I like how he pulls his lapels out over the top of that jacket. It's very Vince McMahon-esque.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Mason Lawrence here. Oh, John Ross kicks him off with a head scissors out of that butterfly hold. Beautifully done.
You know, it's funny because when he adorns himself with the nicest of clothing, you wouldn't expect anything to be cheap, but he's done nothing but take cheap shots here this evening, has the acquired taste, including using Magnus Knox to run the pick.
That was about as cheap as it gets, DC Bentley. Magnus Knox, the referee, looked away for 1 second. Magnus Knox found his opportunity.
Ooh. Oh, hey, he's bringing the boom in there. We like that little two-step.
Yeah, what a dweeb. That dorky dance ain't going to get him a victory here. John Ross is going to whoop his ass.
He's got a nice haircut like Sean Hunter from Boy Meets World, doesn't he, that Mason Lawrence?
Oh, yeah.
The Devin Sawa, they call that.
Very Peter Brady-esque.
And his sternum just hitting that top buckle. Here goes the good neighbor. Oh, with a great Kali chop off the middle buckle.
John Ross scoring big time with that right hand to the skull. Oh, and Magnus Knox is up on the apron.
Magnus working his way in to the ring. Of course, not an active participant in this matchup. John Williams really giving him the business there, but his back is turned. Wait a second.
Oh, man.
He's got that putter.
I've been on the receiving end of that golf club.
Or the 7-iron.
Fun.
Wait a second.
There comes a low
life. Oh! And the low life just buried that 7-iron right in the stomach of the acquired taste, breaking a rib, I would assume.
Hand that receipt to your dad, kid.
Oh, the cutter!
Oh, Cutter. Cutter, he's in the middle of the ring. This could be it, DC.
And that's it!
Your winner. The good
very
neighbor,
good job,
John Ross. As he peels that sweater. What a victory for this man via the cutter.
Showing off that stealth physique he has there. Mason Lawrence is not moving. He is out in the center of that ring. All right, ladies and gentlemen of the Imagination, what an excellent evening we've had. That was your main event, but don't forget, we still got a lot of ground to cover. We're going to hear from the Sideshow Psycho Malachi Gage, but before we get to him, we're going to hear from your heavyweight champion, all that Braden Elliott, and last but not least, we are going to get our answers that we deserve from Jake Wiley as to why he stuffed that knife directly into the back of his former tag team partner. This man, the heavyweight champion, all that Braden Elliott. Come on in, Braden. A man who obviously has a lot on his plate and a lot on his mind. I gotta ask, how you feeling today, Braden? It is your birthday after all.
I'm feeling all right that it's my birthday, but I'm not feeling too good about this situation tonight, because I'm not gonna sit around and wait like I have for the past 2-3 weeks. I'm not waiting like Jake has kept me waiting. I want to know why he turned his back on me. And I understand that if I touch Jake, I lose this title. I have to forfeit the title. I understand that. But at this point, the title be damned. If Jake does not show up here and give me some answers, I'm going to beat the hell out of him.
Now, you can't do that, and you know why. You'll lose your title.
Braden, I saw what Jake Wiley did to you. I saw what he did to you. It was awful. It was disgusting. You know, Braden, you're right. You should look for answers. Next time you see Jake Wiley, you should go past answers. You should punch him right in his face. I mean, what's more important? Your answers? A years-long friendship? Or a belt?
Now, wait a second. Malachi Gage, you know exactly what I know. You know if he does that, he's going to lose that heavyweight championship, and you're going to have a completely unfettered path directly to the heavyweight championship. Look, Braden, you've worked too hard. This has been your dream. All that hard work, all that sacrifice. Don't let him suck you in by this nonsense.
You got me. You got me. Braden, as the closest thing you have to a friend right now, I was just trying to help you. I'm trying to save you from more mental anguish. I'm trying to save you from more physical anguish at my hands. Because you know, just like I know, I may not need it, but Jake Wiley, he's going to cost you the heavyweight championship on January 18th. I'm going to become the new Imagine Wrestling heavyweight champion.
I understand that if I hit Jake, I forfeit this title. But that doesn't mean I can't drop you where you stand right now.
Oh, yeah? And drop me. On second thought, this can wait. I'll see you, and I'll see the heavyweight championship on January 18th.
Braden, I gotta bring something up to you. Something has been on my mind for months now. Look, I know that you feel like what I did to you last September was, well, pretty damn evil. I know that's how you feel. And I was hoping that in time you would understand that it cost me an awful lot too. I turned my back on the imagination, and I actually happen to love them immensely. I turned my back on my own family to do what I did to you, but it was only because I was hoping that it would springboard your career into where it is right now. I did it for you. And look, I know I disappointed you. I know I disappointed an awful lot of the imagination out there. I disappoint a lot of people, and I don't have a lot to offer, but I do have a lot of experience in wrestling. Over 20 years in wrestling, I have that experience to offer, and I can promise you, if you let me help you, if you let me mentor you, I won't disappoint you. But you got to hear what I'm saying to you right now. This has been your dream, and you have earned it. And no one can say that you didn't, but you're emotional, and you're hot-headed, and you're angry, which is what we all love about you, but you're going to do something to cost yourself that title if you stick around here and Jake shows up tonight, so I'm begging you, go across the street. It's your birthday. Keep us a table warm and the beer cold, and I'll be over there to celebrate. As soon as I get those answers you deserve, and I promise you I'll get them, okay? Please, do this for me. I'll see you in a minute, all right? Jake, you know why you're here. I know why you're here. The imagination knows why you're here. We want our answers. We need to know why you did what you did to Braden Elliott. Why did you betray your brother?
You want answers? Sure. Just not tonight.
second. That's not good enough, damn it! We want answers!
You want to know why? It was because of you.